Hello, my name is Zoe, Rabbit Amos, also known as Space Holder. I made the decision last week that I will post every Friday. I really like to talk about things that people may find hard or harder to talk about. I like to bring attention towards deep healing. So I'm a psychic medium and I am a healer. I am here to help people move forward pretty much in all ways possible. I thought that I would just come on and I'm going to let the cards talk. So I've got a deck here which is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. Hopefully I said that right. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull some cards and kind of go from there, see what comes out. Oh, we have the Frog, which is cleaning house and releasing emotional baggage. I think I just want a couple of cards and then I can see what comes out. So just so you know too, I do energy healings, distance healings. I love to use crystals, so I make crystal grids. We have the Death card has popped up. I kind of see maybe 3 or 4 cards coming out. So yeah, I also do readings as well. I can help with life advice and all that sort of stuff. If you want to check out anything I do or where to find me, I'll put it in the description box. We have got the Earth Fairy, physical health, grounding, and foundations. So, and we have forgiveness, which to me, forgiveness is a very key thing, and it can be one of the hardest things to come to. Especially when it comes to yourself. I've got my heart chakra is being highlighted in this. So definitely when it comes to yourself, how do we get to a place of forgiveness? I kind of feel like saying, you know, of course we probably all have things that we need to forgive ourselves for, but part of me feels like saying, what do you have to forgive yourself for? As in, do you really have to forgive yourself for some of the things? I feel like there's a carrying of blame here that you've placed on yourself. I feel it in my heart chakra a lot. I feel it in my throat. Kind of feels like, yeah, there's something around a passing on, of forgiveness to yourself, where I actually think that maybe it should be placed away from you. There's some things that you're carrying that are not yours. They're not yours. So to me, the Frog, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage, to me your body is your house. I feel it's the body when we're talking about this. You can interpret the cards in so many different ways, but my gut is telling me cleaning house is your body. Some things do need to come to an end for sure, and there's things that you know for a fact need to come to an end, but you're finding it hard to actually let go of it. To me, it's like the physical health, grounding, foundations card is coming through in line with the Death card. You know, when we don't quite, I'm feeling it hard out in my throat, when we don't let go of certain things, they will start to control us. They will start to, I'm seeing them sinking like into the bones, our actual bones. So a lot of the time we'll get like stuck, trapped traumas in our bodies. That's why it comes out in such a physical way sometimes, you know. What else have we got here? I keep, my eyes keep bringing me to the physical health, which is interesting too, because when it comes to the physical body, like I said, It's almost like the outer world seeps into our inner world. If we're not releasing that stuff, if we're not purging that stuff, if we're not working on that kind of stuff, it will get stuck. It will get stuck in your body. Just got a feeling to pull some more cards. Ah, beautiful. We've got letting go. Letting go. So what is it that we actually even need to let go of? Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we do know, and we find it very hard to actually like, okay, I'm really trying here. I've handed it over to the universe. I've passed it over to God, Gaia, whoever you want to pass it on to, you know, and maybe there's still a bit of a stuckness. To me, it just, I keep going back to the frog card, the cleaning house, emotion, like releasing that emotional baggage. Sometimes we need to scream it out. Sometimes we need to smack it out. Sometimes we need to cry it out. Sometimes we need to breathe it out. Sometimes we need to sing it out, you know. Sometimes we need to walk it out. They're showing walking. And actually I'm seeing trees as well, and hands on trees. Sometimes it can be a hard one figuring out what we specifically need to do, because I do find that a lot of the times when there's advice being put out there, and it is with good intention for sure, sometimes it's only like maybe one thing that someone is adamant, you, let's say it's walking, you have to go for a walk, you have to, that's the only way you'll be able to release that. To me, I feel that we need an array of things, because firstly, not everyone is going to, you know, release from that one method. Also, depending on what's going on, let's say me, I'm one person. Oh my gosh, to move through one problem, if you want to call it a problem, one issue. Let's say I walked, I cried, I yelled, I sang, I threw rocks in the creek, you know what I mean? That's what, 5 different things for the one issue. Sometimes we only need to do one thing for many, many, many different issues, and it will just come on out of the body. I think the key is to find what is best for you. What are you drawn to do? I love that. The stag, pride, leadership. To me, this is owning it. What do you need to do? What do you feel you need to do? Sometimes we tend to go off and try and find all the advice from other people, and even if you're going to someone who has like a lot of wisdom, it still may not be the right thing for you to do. Doesn't mean they're wrong, it's just not quite the right thing for you to do. I like this, the stag, pride, leadership. It's like taking ownership of you and yourself and your thoughts and your feelings, recognizing what they are, and then I think we need to figure out what's in it, what's in that feeling. I feel upset, I feel angry, but why? You know what I mean? Why? If you're asking yourself why, you can then go into the deeper aspects of it. Like I find sometimes, let's say, it's like when you stub your toe and you just lose your shit, you know, absolutely lose your shit over it. It's not the stubbed toe that made you lose your shit. It's the fact that you've got all this backed up, pent up frustration, or whatever you want to call it. It's not necessarily that you stubbed your toe. That's the end game. That's where you just have that explosive you know. Let's have a look here. Anything else, please? Thank you. Oh, there's three wanting to come out. We've got the horse, which is accepting help from another and delegating authority. Not everything comes down to you. I feel like some people are saying in their heads like, well, yes, it does, because X, Y, Z, who else is going to, blah, blah, blah. That sounds rude, me saying blah, blah, blah. I mean, the rest of what you're thinking. Sometimes we do feel it's just down to us. Maybe it is down to us because we're lacking support and we're lacking help. Maybe we're lacking family connections. Maybe we're lacking community connections. So then, yes, it does feel like it all just comes back down to you. There are some things that can be delegated. There are some things that, it sounds funny, if you are the only person, you know, around, you still can delegate it. And I know it sounds funny, you can re-delegate it to yourself, which sounds funny. To me it's like, well, today I've got 3 out of 5. Let's say there's 5 things that you really want to achieve. Re-delegate it. Now there's 3 out of 5. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to delegate myself 3 out of the 5 things today. I know that I probably need to do the 5 things. However, 3 is the most manageable. 3 is doable. 3 I'm not going to let myself down about. You know, we can re-delegate. We've got disruption. To me, this feels like the mind. It feels like the mind. We're the ones telling us everything. Yes, you can hear everything from outside perspectives. You can hear it from your family. You can hear it from your friends. You can hear it on social media. You can hear it all around. But ultimately, we will be the ones to decide, consciously or subconsciously, if we will let our brains continue to have this disruption. We can quiet it down. You know, you can quieten down your own mind. Sometimes it just takes a matter of even breathing deeply into your belly instead of your chest. We've got the partnership card. To me, today for this reading, the partnership card is actually about yourself. It's about your partnership with yourself. How do you treat yourself? How do you feel? How are you allowing other people to have you feel? We're really on a global matter needing to build up our gut intuition. We do that by learning how to trust ourselves. We can learn how to trust ourselves over a glass of water if we really want to. If I was to say, hey, Zoe, I'm making a commitment to you. I'm going to drink at least 1 cup of water per day. So the reason I say a cup of water is because it doesn't have to be that, but it can be something very, very simple and little. And what you want to do is make it manageable. You want to make it achievable. So if I were to say, hey, I'm going to have 1 glass of water per day and start to achieve it, what that actually does is it builds up your inner trust to yourself. It shows the universe and yourself you're going to show up for yourself. In regards to it being the water, the cup of water, that's good for you. It's good for your health. It's good for your brain. It's good, you know, it's good for many different things. I feel a need to help people build up their inner intuition. I think that we are definitely living in times where we have been suppressed, and I think, let's be real, as humans, we've been suppressed in many different ways for a very, very, very long time. It's come down the lines. That's funny, I'm just putting these cards away, and this is the one that popped out the most. The horse, accepting help from another, delegating authority. I get the feeling that there are actually people around you. I feel this so much in my throat chakra. It's time to speak up, maybe, because there are actually people within your vicinity that you're overlooking, and it's feeling down in the gut a bit, in the sacral area, where it's like maybe not trusting, not quite feeling that if you said something, you would be supported. And it's a hard one too to try and gauge, because we don't know necessarily if what we say is going to be received until we say it. I would suggest maybe writing it down, you know. At least it's out there somewhere. No one has to read it if you don't want them to read it. Sometimes when we write things down, it actually sinks back into our brains more, because we're seeing it with our own eyes, even though it's something that's coming from our beautiful brains. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to close this out. This is my first kind of actual reading, I suppose you would call it. Yeah, if you do want to find me on anything else, I'll put it in the description box below. And also, I'm very open to knowing, are there things that people want me to talk about or would like some advice on? You know, as a reader, I don't have to pull cards. I don't always have to use, look at that, the communication card. I was just picking up a card for to show its communication. I don't have to use cards to, you know, relay messages and stuff like that. I'm extremely passionate about helping people across the board however I can, really, obviously within my own energy sources. Yeah, so yeah, let me know if you like this reading or not. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know how you are. If you're not okay, I send you a lot of love, so much love. I don't think we realize, you know, that we are actually loved, we're cared for, even when we don't feel it. You know, we really actually are. Okay? Thank you for listening, you beautiful, beautiful people. Goodbye.